Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're taking a look at the Serpent Rogue on the Nintendo Switch. We'll be breaking down some of the more unique mechanics this one packs. A thank you then to Team 17 for sponsoring today's video, and with that, hit subscribe, join us here on SwitchCorner for reviews and deals near daily, and let's get started. At this point, I'm maybe a couple of hours into the experience. I'm really starting to get to grips though with the mechanics. One thing that immediately jumped out though was the story and setting. Its opening few moments are more than a little, let's say, ominous as you awake in a location made of simple rock and fog. Quickly though, you are introduced to a character by the name of Solomon. Solomon explains how you will adapt to your new body. You are not human, and that's also apparent from this opening location. Quickly though, he advises the corruption is coming. You need to run and get to your carriage. We will meet with him again following this event, and it's explained then that the Serpent Rogue is overtaking these lands and we need to push back the corruption. At first, honestly, I thought this was kind of a traditional medieval setting, but then I noticed giants and skeletons and realised it's infused with fantasy. Definitely kind of changed the tone of the experience. It's slowly revealing its story though, and so far it's absolutely intriguing. The Serpent Rogue then is a self-described botanical action-adventure, and I want to run you through a few of the main elements found here because there's quite a bit going on, from crafting to animal taming, even combat. The gameplay though is styled in this isometric viewpoint. You have no camera rotation control, or rather you can zoom in and out with the right stick. Combat then here is simple. Weapons will be found around the environment, dropped by enemies, and crafted, which we will get to. Initially on starting the game though, you will have a light attack, heavy attack, the ability to block, and then lock on. It's not a hack and slash game, this one. You need to be smart. Nearly every enemy that I met opening the game has the ability to kill you should you not play it the smart way. It's not a Souls-like level of depth, or at least it's not this far, but it still asks that you are strategic and somewhat patient. The biggest enemy I faced so far took some serious time, and your weapons, they will slowly break down over time, so be aware of that. I found that out the hard way when my axe broke mid-battle. Some of these weapons, they can be used for other things like chopping down trees or digging up the ground. To reinforce this weapon-based combat then, you'll of course have access to magic potions. Now if combat's not for you, then disguise yourself, stealth your way around enemies, but so far I've seen everything from possessed chickens to rats to giants to massive dogs. It's got variety, and anything that the corruption comes into contact with, it will take control and they will advance towards you. Finally, for combat, just know you will be working off a stamina bar as well. That is located below your health in the upper left of the screen. It's not too punishing, but you definitely need to keep an eye on it. In depth then, you won't lose your progress, but almost like a Souls, you will lose all your items. You can get them back though, but you have just one shot. You'll need to proceed to where you died, find your items, and collect them back up. Die in this attempt and they will be gone forever. I lost my alchemy table on an early run like an idiot, and that was a brutal challenge to recover from. If you know you're going to battle, I'd suggest here treat it almost like runs. What I mean by runs is maybe take one run first off and just scavenge a location, go back, drop those items off. When it's time to fight, only bring the essentials. And yeah, I guess hope for the best. For me though, that was food for health and stamina, and then of course a whole selection of weapons. Serpent Rogue then immediately establishes that crafting will be a big part of your time in this world. We have a few places where we can do this so far in the opening few hours, but the main ones that will be our house found in each location with dedicated setups, as well as a portable alchemy desk that is gifted to you that we can carry. It's worth noting here you can leave it behind in safe storage, and again I would suggest that during combat encounters. Crafting though of course starts with resource gathering, and there's a huge amount to find in this world. Another big bit of advice here, do not leave the first area immediately. Take a look around, there's a ton of resources that can be found here, and they can give you a notable advantage in the opening few moments. Once you do get into the open world though, then these resources can be everything from material to foliage. All of it though will be essential in some way. You'll also be finding recipes so you can start to learn and craft different combinations. Think like a simple healing potion or maybe an axe. You can guess combinations if you are that risky, but do know if it's a wrong combination, you will lose those items for good. Alongside potions, the alchemy, expect to find forges to craft weapons, locations to cook. It's not just finding items and recipes either, there's plenty of folks in this world to talk to that will obviously gift you items. You can even take on side quests for rewards at hub locations. All of these items, they go into your backpack, let's call it, but you do have a carry limit as well. So there's for sure a risk and reward system in here when it comes to venturing into the unknown. Animals then was an element of the game I did not expect. That is in the sense they can be tamed, become allies, and the system, it's relatively simple. Approach a creature, understand its likes, and act on it immediately. The first example in game is a dog. It liked two things. I went with the raw meat option after I killed a poor chicken. Now this dog was my friend and it wandered my location freely. Here's where it gets really interesting though. Around this world you'll find these stone statues. Touch them though and you will transform into the depicted creature. My early tries were a not so intimidating chicken, but then a pretty badass wolf. I'm curious to see now how they leverage this in game, but I've already seen some opportunity for hidden locations thanks to a ton of rat holes. You can also craft them and uncover potions to achieve the same transformation results without the use of a statue. The world map then is unique. You can jump in with a push of a trigger, but it immediately provides you with fast travel simply by highlighting where you want to be. Now I've uncovered 4 locations so far and each is different from the last. I have a home base, a village where I can grow a human population, a docks, and then an overrun kind of swamp of sorts. The latter provides your first real challenge, that is investigate the corruption, but that corruption has more than a few guards. The thing I like the most so far though, this world, it's a living, breathing place. The population will begin to appear and events occur. So far I've seen 2, a giant ghost pirate ship is approaching dock. Awesome, by the way, you can basically pay to free people who will go to battle with you. And it also seems they can actually help you at your home base. Then we also get corruption events. There's nearly always a countdown to a corruption storm and you do not want to be caught in it. When it comes through town, it will absolutely destroy you. That really adds some tension, as I on a couple of occasions completely forgot, nearly got wiped out. There's freedom in here though, go where you want to, it's open in that sense, and even friendlies, you can attack them if you want for their goods, that choice is left down to you. So while I didn't get to this point in the game, then I do want to mention the idea of cause and effect in here. It seems your decisions can lead to some positive and not so positive results. Think you leave a dead body in plain sight without burying it, ghosts may appear, or too many animals could have that same effect. Curious to see how they leverage this in game as you progress further into the world. If an isometric styled botanical action adventure though sounds like your thing, this may well be worth a look. It's packing a lot of systems in here, but think methodical combat, crafting, resource gathering, exploration, an ever-changing world with events, and a story which so far absolutely intriguing. It's given me enough to this point where I want to see where this is all going. It's also reinforced with some stunning visuals and audio design which we didn't even get to today. Let me know in the comments down below though, is this one you've been excited for and will you be adding it to the library? With that then, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here, join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.